Hey Virgo, welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out other placements for additional messages, as this is a general reading. Messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. And if this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you'd like, keep it in your back pocket or you can come back at a later time. We're going to take a look into what messages need to come through for you guys for the rest of October, maybe early November, whenever you come across this reading, really. Get some insight, wisdom, and guidance overall, see what is going on. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get into this reading. We're actually going to start off with some treasures from Tikashi. Alright, some treasures from Tikashi, see what messages need to come through. And we actually have a special guest with us today. My girl, Luna. She's my dog. She's a puppy. She is going through teething right now, so she's kind of been a little bit clingier than usual. She's super emotional. Like, she cries a lot. So, like, she's gonna be by me today. She's chilling. She's just munching on one of her little snacks. Hopefully she'll be a good girl and no interruptions in this reading, but I can't make any promises, so there might be some interruptions. Just a heads up. So, with that being said, let's get some messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next month or so. What's going on for Virgo? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What messages do we have for Virgo? What is going on with Virgo right now? Any messages, please? Alright. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have process, trust the process. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on for Virgo? Any messages for my Virgos? Okay, perfect. We actually have an extra card, but that's all good. We have process awakening. Oh, you guys going through a little bit of awakening process. We have integrity, and we also have completeness. Realizing that you are whole within yourself. Anybody who comes into your life is an addition, not a completion, all right? Maybe you guys are starting to go through this awakening, and it's been a process, but you recognize you're not who you used to be 6 months ago, a year ago, even a month or two ago. Like, you've changed drastically, and wherever you are in your path right now has been a process. It's like you guys are finding your own inner truth. So let's read this. So process. We have process coming out first. Allow and enjoy the process of your life without rushing into the goal. Experiences are part of the journey. You don't have to understand all of them to enjoy the process. Now is the time to look at how you approach and do things. Perhaps make some changes. For what worked for you in the past may not necessarily be the best process for the future. So there might be some sort of change that you're needing to make in your day-to-day lives, whether that is within yourself or the people you surround yourself with, your mindset, the habits you do, things that may not resonate with you anymore like they did in the past, because you guys have changed. You guys have been going through some sort of awakening, and when you learn all these new truths about yourself and the world around you, that changes a lot. Maybe you outgrow certain relationships or certain jobs, or your current life right now, wherever you live, is just not what is suited for you. And that's part of the process. When we go through this process of awakening, actually, we start to realize that some things don't work with us anymore like how it used to, whether those are relationships or jobs or mindsets or whatever, right? The changes internally reflect externally. So when you've been going through changes within yourself and you be finding that inner truth within yourself, a lot of things come to light surrounding you in your environment, and sometimes that requires changes to be made in the external world. So awakening. Rousing from the inactivity of the past or having held yourself back, now is the time to wake up to what can be achieved and shake yourself into action. Awaken to your potential, awaken to your love, and awaken to yourself. So you guys are going through this huge realization of moving away from the past, no longer holding yourself back or feeding into those doubts, those fears, those mindsets, or those old habits that used to get in the way of your success or whatever it is that you wanted to do. Right now is a time for you guys to wake yourself up and embrace this new version of yourself. Integrity coming out. Oh, it's overexposed. I'm sorry. It is time to define your truth and work with sincerity and honor. Allow the unity of body, mind, and spirit to guide you through the feeling of wholeness. And that's the next card, completeness. You need not compromise your beliefs nor thrust them upon others, but retain balance within you. Love who you are and be proud of you. Be proud of yourself through this journey, through the process. It has not been easy. Be your own best friend. Be kind to yourself, all right? And then completeness. So not only is this talking about completeness within yourself, but this is also completeness of a journey, of a chapter of your life, of major changes that have finally come to an end. Something could be wrapping up in your life. Something new could be starting for you. We'll find out when we pull some tarot later on. But a journey completed, a goal achieved, an era ended. Acknowledge your wholeness. You are at an end of a significant era in your life. Acknowledge your hard work and feel good about energies expended. This now opens new doors and new horizons just around the corner. You take with you all that you are and move forward into who you are becoming. So you guys are moving into this new chapter of you guys being your fullest, realist version of yourself, no longer watering yourself down to please other people or, you know, trying to pretend to be something you're not. You guys are embracing who you truly are, and that's something magnificent. I mean, that's something special, and you should be proud of yourself. It has been a process, it has been a journey, it has not been easy, but you guys made it. It's the ending of a chapter and the start of something beautiful. All right, so we're gonna pull some animal oracle cards to go along with this. Any animal Any animal oracle messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any animal oracle messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? For the next month. Any animal oracle messages for Virgo for the rest of October, early November? Any animal oracle messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the rest of October, early November? Any messages for Virgo? Ooh, we have the starfish. This is actually really fitting for this reading so far because this is all about your self-image and how others view... What the hell just happened? How others view you and how you view yourself. And sometimes the shadowy side of the starfish is way too considerate of how other people view you. Alright, let's get some more messages for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. The black egg. It's all about that inner truth. You guys needing to embrace your inner truth, speaking your truth, and the lizard. I'm not too familiar with this card. I think it's a spiritual card. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really used this deck too much recently, so it's a little bit fuzzy. But, so the starfish does talk about you guys being very aware of your self-image. Sometimes this does talk about your insecurities coming up, wondering what other people think of you, trying to mold yourself into what society thinks is beautiful, or what other people's opinions think you should be, you know, trying to please others by not fully being yourself, but by pretending to be something else. And this card does talk about you guys being beautiful inside and out, but sometimes, again, that's a slippery slope because then we get obsessed over how we look, our appearance, how other people view us, what other people think of us, and it's just like sometimes that just can ruin everything. As you guys are going through this awakening process, you're realizing, who even am I? Like, trying to find yourself, trying to figure out who you truly are. And then, well, that ties in with the next card, the black egg, which is all about your inner truth. The black egg represents our throat chakra. It's how we communicate, it's how we speak to others, but it's also how we speak to ourselves. This talks about our inner truth, and if we are actually speaking our inner truth, or if we are not embracing that. Oh, what are you doing with my sage, girl? Did you just... You guys, Luna just dropped her little donut in my sage. You got a little sagey snack, huh? This talks about us needing to speak our inner truth and embrace who we truly are, speaking with honesty. So the lizard, instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, and dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain the lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and the big city, and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, and flaky. And to bring into balance, a creative project. So you guys may be needing to start something brand new, starting a new project and creating something, especially if you're somebody who's very artistic, or if you're spiritual, getting back into some sort of ritual, or incorporating that into your day-to-day routine. This card also talks about you guys perhaps needing to spend some alone time, just being with your own energy, especially if you have been feeling a little bit drained or overstimulated, by just reconnecting to the inner artist, right? Oh, Luna, what are you doing, girl? Everyone say hi to my girl, Luna. Earlier when I was setting up, she was trying to eat the lights, and I'm like, girl, no. All right, let's get the black egg. This is also the energy of spirit. You guys are highly being watched over and protected right now. The black egg, speaking from an authentic voice, and the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside resides no confusion, excuses, or small talk, noises, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We're drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sound draws us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things we want others to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It's available at every moment, at every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. This energy is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. Making sure that you keep your throat chakra nice and balanced. And especially since we are in Mercury retrograde, that does fuck with our speech. Alright, so you guys might be feeling it heavily. I know I am. Alright, and the starfish. So beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is like a thrill, like you've been put under the spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long they might have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossips and feels empty. And to bring into balance, positive friends. So surround yourself with people who bring positivity into your life, people who support you and people who believe in you, right? Because some of you might be surrounding yourself with people who don't have that positive impact on you, where you have to dim your light to please others. And so with these two cards coming out, the starfish and the black egg, it's all about you guys reconnecting to your own inner truth. Asking yourself the questions that matter the most to you. Are you pursuing what brings you the most happiness? Are you surrounding yourself with people who Are you surrounding yourself with people who have the best interest in you? You know, asking yourself what truly matters. Are you pursuing your dreams, or are you putting them aside to please other people's needs and things of that? Anyways, that's basically it. If you're not in that energy, that's great. That's not for you then. But this clearly is for someone who is needing to make some changes, perhaps in your circles or in your environments that you surround yourself with. Anyways, we're gonna pull some tarot, get some messages. Luna, what are you doing? You big old baby, she's going into her crates, alright? Alright, sorry about that. Let's get into your reading. So any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next couple weeks? Any messages for Virgo regarding this reading? What messages do we have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any messages for Virgo, please, regarding this reading? What's going on for my Virgos? Alright. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next couple of weeks? What's going on for my Virgos? Any messages for Virgo? We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any messages for Virgo? We have the Queen of Cups. You guys might have some strong water placements. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Messages for Virgo. And the Star Aquarius coming through. I just knocked it over. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Hangman. Okay. So there is something going on in your life that's just not working out. This could be in your friendship circles. This could be in your workplace. This is definitely something around some sort of foundation or relationship, something you've invested some time in. You haven't been seeing the results come through the way you expected it to, or something kind of led to a disappointment. Now, maybe there's no collaboration or there's lacking of understanding, but there's like this lack of collaboration. There's this lack of support. And you're recognizing that maybe you haven't been involving yourself in the right relationships or the right environments. Like there just hasn't been this support that you deserve. Because you are someone who's very big-hearted. You have this huge heart on your sleeve. You have a lot of love to give. You're very emotional. You're very supportive. You are always there for your friends, your lovers, your family. You deserve the same support back. You deserve people who will have your back the way you have theirs. And maybe you've been recognizing that there's been something in your life or some sort of relationship or partnerships of some sort where maybe it's unrequited or unbalanced or unfair. And you're recognizing your needs. You're recognizing that you deserve more. as part of this whole awakening process. Maybe you haven't been surrounding yourself with those positive friends. That's kind of like a theme going on in this reading. You know, I do feel like as if you guys have been working a lot on yourselves, trying to heal parts of yourself, trying to heal emotional wounds. And with the star out here, this is all about you guys being your authentic self. As you start to embrace your authentic self, some people around you may not support that or might not be in favor of that. And so there's something that goes on here. There's some sort of bad news or something that leaves you with a bad feeling in your mouth. You know, you could have been involving yourself with people who were very flippy-floppy, wishy-washy, in and out, just not reliable. The Page of Wands in the reverse can sometimes talk about somebody who's very unreliable. This can sometimes, if this is regarding love, this can sometimes talk about kind of like that player, in and out, start quick, end quick, very flirtatious and in the heat of the moment, and then it just dies out like a flame. You know, it's very unpredictable. But if this is about some sort of friendship or relationship, this does talk about something just not being reliable. You know, you've always been there, always been supportive, the rock, emotional support, you know, emotional support system, and like you haven't been getting that back, or there's just been this lack of balance, there's lack of growth. And so with this news or this realization of someone being flaky or wishy-washy, part of you was like, is this all in my head? Part of you was wondering, well, is this all in my head? Am I just overthinking it? Am I overanalyzing? Am I just being dramatic? Or is this actually the truth? Asking yourself, am I doing the right thing? Is this actually the truth? Am I just being dramatic? Second guessing yourself when you've been seeing the facts right in front of you. And so we have the Hangman that comes out Piscean energy. And so this is telling me that when you're in this mode of second guessing yourself or getting in your head, when you're looking at the facts, you're getting in your head and you're starting to wonder the truth, because it all comes back down to what the truth is. What is your truth, right? Because the truth is in front of you. We have the truth, then integrity says it's time to define your truth. Like, there's a lot of truth here, but it's all part of the process of you finding your truth and seeing the truth, the reality of a situation. And so by you needing to find the truth, because right now it's a little bit clouded, it's a little bit confusing with the Eight of Swords. You're not 100% sure what even is the truth. Am I just in my head? Am I overreacting? Or is this actually what's happening? There's some sort of illusion going on here. And so by you guys trying to find out what the truth is, you're needing to spend some time alone in the Hangman mode, taking some time to surrender and to look at things from a different perspective, looking at all angles of the situation before reacting, before making a decision, before moving forward, looking at all angles of the situation. And that's part of the process. And by you doing that, and by you looking at all angles of this situation, looking at the truth, searching for the truth, then that's where you find that realization, that awakening. So there's something that's coming to an end. There's something that's wrapping up. Despite what's going on here, I do feel as if you guys are still staying hopeful and positive about the future. Like, you know that whatever happens or whatever direction you go down or whatever you choose, that you're going to be okay. And that this is just a step in the right direction. That's what happens though. When we go through this whole awakening process, lots of things around us has to change because we're changing internally. Like I was saying at the beginning of this reading, as we're changing internally, there has to be changes externally. So if you're changing a lot, if you're leveling up, if you're raising your vibration, the external world has to match that frequency. Because if you keep these blockages around, if you keep these relationships around, or whatever that's just not working for you in your favor anymore, that's what's going to keep you stagnant. That's what's going to keep you stuck. So think of it like this. You're a plant. You've fully grown in your pot. It's time for a bigger pot. I swear I said that to you a long time ago, Virgo. I swear. I don't know. Was that like a year ago? Because I swear I told you guys that. And to my OGs out there, you maybe remember, maybe not, but maybe some of you do. I swear I said that to you guys. You guys have outgrown your pot. It's time for a bigger size so that you can grow and expand and blossom into something beautiful. We're going to jump straight into some affirmations and wrap this reading up. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus regarding this reading? Any affirmations for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus regarding this reading? Any affirmations for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus for this reading? We have Inner Beauty. Affirmations for Virgo. That's way too many. Way too many. Any affirmations for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus? Any affirmations for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? And new ideas. Okay, so we have happiness, inner beauty, and new ideas coming out. So first of all, let's talk about happiness. Trust your feelings of happiness. They indicate you're on the right path. Allow the heavens to respond to your request. Affirmation, I trust life. So trust the direction you're on. Trust the process, right? I was saying that at the very beginning. Even though right now it might be uncomfortable, you might be having to make some changes in your life. At the end of the day, this is all going to be for your happiness and what's going to fulfill you the most long term in your life. Maybe not right now. I know right now it might be sucky, it might be painful, it might be a lot of different emotions and overwhelming, but at the end of the day, this is happening so that you guys can be happy in the long term. Trust you're on the right path. Trust that the universe has the best intentions for you, okay? Then we have inner beauty. Others are drawn to your kind heart and caring nature. Be proud of your skills and believe in yourself. Old habits die hard but are overcome by stepping back and seeing what others see. Affirmation, I'm kind and caring. You guys are breaking out of old habits, old mindsets, things that are no longer resonating with you. You guys deserve to be proud of yourself. Be proud of how far you've come. Be proud of who you are. You're beautiful inside and out. And that's what the starfish talked about, you guys being beautiful inside and out. And then we have new ideas. You have a new path to travel, which is access through lighter and more positive things. Change the thought and see what happens. Affirmation, I am positive. You guys are entering this new chapter, this new path, but it's access through having more positive thoughts. That doesn't mean you can't have bad days where you're feeling sad or angry or upset. You're allowed to feel those things. Do not give your power away to those thoughts. Do not let that eat you up. Do not let that hold you back. There's this new journey that you guys are about to enter, but by entering it, you need to have the right mindset. And by doing that, it's part of that whole, again, awakening process that you guys are going through. But by doing that is about you guys speaking your truth and being and embracing who you truly are. By you guys being positive, opens the doors to these new opportunities. So acknowledge your hard work and acknowledge that dedication and all the experiences you've gone through that led you to where you are today. This is all for your higher purpose. Have trust in that, have faith in that. Your future self will thank you for doing all the hard work right now and getting it out of the way so that you can live your best damn life and be happy as fuck. So that was your reading. I hope it helped whoever resonated with it. If it helped, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.